What I have to share with you right now can change your life and it can transform your year. Just stay tuned. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Alright, so something very funny which I actually am excited about happened last year, 2023. And that was me sitting down for hours planning my year. It took me hours to write down different goals and achievements I would like to, accomplish in that year 2023, but it somehow did not just happen. The year came with a lot of things here and there. And to be very frank with you, I was able to achieve some things, but it was not as much. It was not as much as compared to the things that I had written down. It's a big calendar that has different categories of my life, and I was able to write down a whole lot of things. And honestly, I've already seen some things coming to pass. But if I knew what I know today, I'm sure that I would have been able to get to that kind of organized, perfect life that I wanted. But at this point in time, I'm so grateful for what I know now. And for the past few weeks, I've been able to really organize my life. And honestly, I'm still doing that. I'm super excited at how much this year is going to turn out to be, of course, by the grace of God. So stay tuned. I'm just going to be sharing with you some of the practices that would really help you. And these are very, very practical things that you would do that will help your 2024 turn out to be the best day of your life. All right, so what does it mean to get a given year become your best year? I'm going to be listing out 3 things. Number 1 is your year has to be meaningfully productive. Number 2, it has to be balanced. Number 3, there has to be enjoyment. So I'm just going to, do a little explanation of what these 3 things are. By meaningful productivity, I mean we are making progress towards the things that matter to us. Then by balance, it means that our lives are broadly balanced. It means that you're not sacrificing one area more than the other. And then by enjoyment, it means that we are managing to enjoy ourselves, enjoying each day on merit, not just as a means to an end. So I want you to sit down and think, what do you want your ideal life to look like in 2024? Just sit down and think, what are you visualizing? Can you just do a mental picture of what you want your life to be like? And please don't be afraid to think big. Don't be afraid to think outside of the box. So now ask yourself, what do you actually want? What do you want? I mean, a lot of us don't even know what we want, and that's where to start from. You need to start from asking yourself, what do you want? What do I want for myself in this new year? What goals do you have to achieve? What goals do you have to achieve in this year? What direction are you going to? What is your destination? The problem with a lot of us is that we don't make out time to sit down and think. We get so busy with life that sitting down becomes sort of something that is not productive to do. But you don't know how much you can derive from sitting down to think. One of the things that I've done for these past few weeks is that I've sat down to ask myself now, where am I now and where do I want to be? So there's something I do every end of the year. I literally sit down and ask myself different questions. I evaluate every aspect of my life. Let's focus on you now. Write down the different categories of your life. For me, the categories of my life would be my academics, my relationships, my spiritual life, my personal growth, my finances, my personal brand, my organization, Livestream Initiative. So these are the 7 categories of my life. Sit down and write down the different categories of your life. Mostly, for most persons, generally, it's your work, your relationships, and your physical health. The next thing you're going to do after writing it down is that you're going to rate these different areas of your life from 1 to 10. How aligned are these areas of your life with your ideal life? So how happy are you with these areas of your life? How much joy emits from you looking at your health? How much joy emits from you looking at your finances? How aligned do you feel today with relation to how joyful you are in these different areas of your life? So what we're doing is a reflection here, which is very important. If you're able to reflect on these different areas of your life, you'll be able to tell where you are at the moment. Now, the second thing we are going to be doing is planning. Research says that people who write down their goals are more likely to achieve them than those who don't write it at all. So maybe you have it right in your head. You're going to change that in 2023 and start to write down your goals. Ask yourself, at the end of the year 2024, what are the things that you want to celebrate? What are the things that you want to look back at and you'll be so joyful at the way everyone is congratulating you and celebrating you? What are those things? Write them down. What are the most important things in your life right now? Write them down. Out of all the things you've written down in each category of your life, for example, your physical health, you can say, I want to go to the gym, I want to exercise every day, I want to drink more water. One beautiful thing you're going to be doing for yourself is that you're going to be asking yourself, why do I want to achieve this goal? A strong why will push you towards success. So you must have this particular focus, must have a very strong why. As simple as making more friends in the year 2024 needs to have a strong why. A strong why could be that you want to meet more important persons who will help you become more successful in life. When you do these things, you need to set a system around each goals. Don't just set goals, set a system around each goals that will remind you of them regularly and that will push you towards achieving this goal every single day, bit by bit. Now, the third thing we are going to be looking at is what I call the Adventure Week calendar. We looked at 3 things. One is meaningful productivity. Second, your life needs balance, balancing every area of your life so that no one is left behind. Then thirdly, enjoyment, and that is what we are looking at now. And when I say enjoyment, I mean meaningful enjoyment, productive enjoyment, because it's more like making what you do, your work, more enjoyable. It's no longer a death sentence. It's no longer something you don't wake up every morning and you're feeling like, God, what kind of life is this? I mean, you don't wake up every morning and you're just bored and tired. You wake up every morning feeling purposeful, feeling energized, and knowing that the day is going to be awesome. So your Adventure Week calendar is just all about you sitting down to plan your week. Life is governed by times and decisions. So what do you want your week to look like? Just sit down and think, how can you make your week enjoyable and at the same time meaningfully productive and creating balance? Learn how to schedule time to different areas of your life. Get a calendar and literally sit down and plan your week. Tell yourself, okay, this is what I want to do this week, and give it a time. Let it be time bound. That's what makes a goal smart, that it is actually time bound. Very important. And fix it into the different dates of the week. This gives you a clear view of what you really want to achieve each week, and learn how to do it a week or 2 weeks before the coming week. You also need to look at your mini tiny habits, because this is what makes up your whole life. Many times we don't pay attention to little things that we do every day, but these little things like scrolling through social media for hours is something you don't even realize. But when you sit down and pay attention to those little distractions, those things that are taking your time, literally have a pen and a journal that would help you write down things that are distracting you. Let me say you're studying your book and you see your mind always wandering, and you're like, why is my mind wandering? Have a book and a pen, a different book and a pen by your side, where you literally write down the things, whatever thoughts that is outside the priority you're facing at the very moment. This would help you be more mindful. Practice mindfulness. I'm just dropping different tips here, and I just want you to take your time and practice these things, because it would really help. Now you're going to be looking at your everyday. Ask yourself, what are the 3 most important things I need to get done every day? The next question you're going to be asking yourself after writing these 3 most important questions is, what one biggest thing can I accomplish now that can make the biggest impact in my life? What we are doing is we are trying to find your priorities, because you're not going to do everything. You can't achieve everything at a go, but you can start it one at a time. There was a time of my life that I got so overwhelmed at looking at all my goals, and I was like, oh God, how am I going to do this and do that and do that? The problem is that there was really no priority set. So if you can ask yourself, what is the most important thing that if I achieve today is going to have the biggest impact in my life, that would help you streamline your focus and of course help you stay prioritized. In addition to this, if you want to make 2024 the best year of your life so far, look at your bad habits. If you've read this book, Atomic Habits by James Clear, you find out that what makes you up is not the whole big picture. What makes you up is the little tiny daily habits that you deal with every day of your life. Deal with procrastination, deal with laziness, and those mini distractions keeping you from having a productive day. You really need to get intentional. You need to put in the work. When you have all your plans and goals written out, do you know what it does for you? It gives you a sense of purpose. It gives you a sense of vision, and you wake up every day knowing that you have something to achieve. Because I know that days when I don't write down the things I have to achieve, I literally don't even bother standing up. I may just stay on the bed and I'm scrolling through my phone, and I'm not really to blame. At that point, I have enough excuses to give because I don't even have clarity on the things that I have to do. But right now, it's not like that, because I have well-defined goals and plans, well-scheduled systems that can help me find clarity on my daily life and enable me to have a more productive and meaningful life while still achieving balance. While setting your goals and your plan, now time to write down your growth plan, because you need to be growing intellectually, spiritually, mentally, in every area of your life. Have a learning plan, have books to read, have conferences to attend, have people you need to meet. You need to be more intentional. This is a new year. Have courses that you need to pay for. Free stuff does not always pay. Yeah, free stuff does not always pay. So you've got to be more intentional about your personal growth and development. More things you need to do that would help you in 2024. 1, learn to delegate works. You can't kill yourself. Having a team now in my organization, in Lightroom Initiative, and cultivating, or rather building this team to do the things that I don't always have to do. Delegating these works to them have really helped me focus on the most important tasks per time. So have a team. Ask yourself, is there this thing I'm doing now, is there somebody else that can do it? And make it easier for you to be able to do the most important things per time. Don't kill yourself. And then finally, learn how to do monthly reviews. Take out time, weekly reviews, daily reviews, or you can review your goals every 3 months to ask yourself if they still align to your priorities or your life vision. Because as you grow, truly some of those things you even wrote down, they may not even align to what you've learned over time. And I really learned that this year. I'm so grateful that I was able to sit down. I'm still using the big calendar. I have it here. I'm still using the big calendar that I actually wrote for myself last year. So it's just a guide, but over time I've had to reveal it, and I've also had to improve it at this very time. So have a life vision, have a guideline, have value system, have something that is defining your life and making it more purposeful. 2024 can definitely be the best year of your life, but it's time for you to really get intentional. I wish you the very best this year. Please don't stay small, dream big. The year has the best for you, honestly.